Good morning. Welcome to a tutorial. I'm gonna make a pendant using some of the tools in MatrixGold 4. So I'm gonna start with a circle, something like this, and something like this. Okay, I'm gonna move it up, and I'm gonna use Loft. Okay, because this is what I want so far. Then this is pretty flat, so I'm gonna make it a bit of a give it a bit of a twist. So I will just rebuild it with, let's see, something like this. And then take control points, and I'm gonna select every other of it. All of this, all of this, and all of this. It is not what I had in mind, but it could work. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This one, and this one. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Usually pendants, I would make them like this. That's entirely up to you. And now I'm gonna start placing baguettes over here. So the first thing I want to do is go to curves and look for duplicate edge. And I'm gonna duplicate these both of these edges, yeah. Let's try duplicate edge. Okay, there it is. Okay, and then I'm gonna use profile placer because what I want is to have a bit of a remove metal here on the inside. So I will just go with this. Probably better to use this profile. I'm gonna bring it in slightly, and this is now 1 millimeter. Okay, it's not much, but we can leave it like this, and later on we can edit that. So 1 by 1.1. Same process here. We might make this a bit thicker, a bit wider as well. Okay. Okay, and then we just need to start placing taper baguettes on this geometry. Of course, we cannot place just one and do polar array because it's a 3D surface. That's the whole point of this command. But what we can do, and I strongly recommend you do this, is simply draw a line. Well, first of all, make sure that this is center, and at the moment it's not. So you just need to, you can find a central point. So what you could do is go to transform and do center objects. Okay, and now I would take the red layer and draw a line. And with this line, I'm gonna go to transform and I'm gonna do polar array. And let's say I just wanna have like an idea of how the taper baguette should taper to the center. It sounds pretty obvious, but when you start modeling and placing taper baguettes on the surface, sometimes it could get a bit confusing. I just wanna have an indication of where the axis is going. Okay. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. Okay. And I'm gonna move my lines over here. Again, this is just a visual representation, okay? Because the other thing is, like, if you start placing baguettes, you wanna know where to start and where to finish so that they are all roughly the same size. Okay. Having said that, let's begin. So I'm hiding the metal 01 layer because I need to select this curve and this curve. So now taper baguettes. First curve, this one. Second curve, this one. And surface is gonna be this one. Okay, so now I can start placing baguettes over here. Okay, so let's start. This also could be helpful to consider for the spacing. Okay, you could have also make an offset both sides of each curve, like 0.1. So 0.1 on each side, something like this. Offset 0.1 on each side or whatever you need to consider for the spacing. It's also an option. Yeah. Okay, so let's edit this a little bit. It's not quite right yet. This is better. Okay, and let's just carry on with this until we finish the whole piece. Okay, something that I would advise you to do is to always work with two views at the same time. So for example, in this case, we could work like this. Oh, and something quite important. You see, if you were to work with this viewport all the time, you wouldn't have noticed this error that I just made. The stones are flipped. So how to change that? This stone is selected now. So all I would need to do is flip. And then select this stone, flip. Okay. And now I can carry on doing this. So I can go back and edit previous stone if I want to. Okay, so now we have our layout for the stones. We no longer need this. So we can show the metal layer and we can hide the curves. Then something really interesting in MatrixGold is that you could do the supports for the stones relatively easily. It's a bit of a hidden command, but it's a strange use of an existing command, Micro Prong Cutters. Then what I would do is simply change the profile to a profile that looks like this. So all I did was create a new profile. Instead of having it like facing down, it's facing up. Okay. So now I have this. And then I just need to edit these profiles. Sorry, these cutters, which is technically it's a cutter, but I'm not gonna use this. I'm not gonna use it as a cutter. So I'm gonna use between gems, and I'm gonna start editing this one. Okay, something like this. In a design like this, I would put one support between each stone. In some cases, for some other designs, you could put one support every other stone. In this case, I wouldn't. Okay. We can hide previously made geometry. And now what I would do is just make this um this geometry a bit wider. I don't know why history broke at this point. If it broke, oh, I know why. Anyway, we can use this and make it a bit wider. Okay. And use this and scale it up. Okay. So now this would be our pendant right there. Okay. Something else that we could do is add a little veil. So now I'm going to move this to another layer. And what we could do is go to settings and veil. So we have our veil right at the top. Of course, it will need to be much bigger. Let's change the profiles to something like this. Actually, for something like this, I might not even use the jump ring. I just make it like a fixed veil. Like something like this, right? Okay, that's pretty much done now. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions that you might have, feel free to contact us via the forum, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much for watching.